The Super League is back. Mikhail Mudryk fails a drug test. Rodrigo Bentancur loses his appeal against his actual ban. And Cunha's been charged by the FA. It's never a quiet day where football fans are concerned. Now, as you can see here, Ben Jacobs has said the European Super League has relaunched as the Unified League. New format will have an annual qualification. The proposal now is 4 tiers: Star, Gold, Blue, and Union. A22 promoters of the league haven't also does he mean have also written to UEFA asking for official endorsement? Now, we knew the Super League weren't going anywhere. In many ways, you could say the new Champions League format is that. Obviously, where you look at the riches specifically of England or the Premier League in comparison to a couple, a couple of European clubs, in comparison to the other leagues, the money the Premier League makes, and respectfully, forget the traditional top six, those below, it's ridiculous. So you can imagine that other teams want a piece of those TV rights, etc. But yeah, the Super League was never going anywhere. I just think when the initial news came out, I just think they wanted to test the waters of us football fans, in which obviously no one was for it. People looking at exactly what's happened, the European Super League relaunched as Unity League. The European Super League is back, rebranded as the Unity League, ready to challenge UEFA's Champions League eminence with a claim that it will be free to watch. I mean, free to watch where us football fans are being fleeced. You know, us in England, we can't even watch 3 p.m. kickoffs. But if you want to watch it, football via legit routes, you need TNT Sports, Sky Sports, actually Amazon Prime now, technically a TV license to be able to watch BBC and potentially ITV. So free to watch, that's great. But then you have to wonder again, it's stuff that I don't know. Where is the finances coming from? Because if it's free to watch, you know, and TV rights bids are being hosted, where is the money that are being made? And you know, it'll be a matter of time before it'll be behind a paywall. The new proposal, which follows on from the original bombshell Super League proposals in April of 2021, has scrapped the notion that certain clubs qualify automatically every year. Instead, there is a proposed annual qualification of all 4 leagues within the Unity League by the organizers behind it, A22 Sports. A22 is a Madrid-based company established to advise the original Super League, with close links to Real Madrid president Florentino Perez. Now, close links to him, you'd imagine Real Madrid are going to be there. Obviously, it does scream a bit dodgy, but is it any dodgy than any official organization in football already? I'm not too sure. Obviously, the fact that you have to qualify is obviously, I guess, a good point and keeps the integrity of sport, because that was something that was a hot debate where the original Super League was concerned. The competition will be streamed via a branded unified platform via an app in a similar model to Netflix. Subscribers could watch the games for free with a relative high level of advertising content, or pay for a subscription that would eliminate the advertising in such a way that music streamers Spotify operates. Okay, so that's where the money's coming from. The European Super League company and A22 will now ask UEFA for permission to operate the competition. Will UEFA go for that? A22 believes UEFA is obliged to do so under the December 2023 ruling from European courts. The proposal is for 96 clubs to compete, fewer than 108 that will qualify for the group stages of UEFA's 3 competitions, including the Champions League. The Unity League champions would eventually come from the top 2 top tiers, the Star League and the Gold League. Both would feature 16 teams divided in both cases with 2 groups of 8. Those 8 would play each home and away 14 group stages, so there's more money potentially there. The 2 top clubs from each of the 4 groups would go into a final 8. The final 8 stages would begin with 2-legged quarterfinals, followed by a single semi-finals played at a neutral venue in the same week as the eventual final. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not necessarily against it. In theory, as a neutral, it sounds right. That would mean 18 games in all for the winner. The Blues in the Union League would play a similar knockout format. So when would this be hosted? What are the ramifications for the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference League? The original breakaway involved 12 teams, including 6 from the Premier League. The current version only has the explicit support of Real Madrid and Barcelona. So it currently only has support from Spain. So I don't know if other clubs are gearing up to join them, but that's what he's saying here. Mudryk has tested positive for a banned substance, people. I mean, to take drugs and to not be any better, as a footballer, is, you know, speaks volumes of his decision making. It's come out, and that might be beyond the obvious why he hasn't been featuring for Chelsea. Not that, you know, he's playing any better than their numerous wide options. The Premier League club confirmed the adverse findings in a routine urine test on Tuesday morning and said Mudryk has confirmed categorically that he has never knowingly used any banned substance. He's also taken to social media, people. Apparently, he tested positive in November. So Chelsea have offered a statement. No clue what this means for Mudryk. He said, I can confirm that I've been notified that a sample I provided to the FA contained a banned substance. This has come as a complete shock as I've never knowingly used any banned substance or broken any rules. And I'm working closely with my team to investigate how this could have happened. Now, maybe he was naive and things of that ilk, but I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. If somebody was guilty, would you come out and really say that I took it? I know that I've not done anything wrong and remain hopeful that I'll be back on the pitch soon. I cannot say any more due to the confidentiality of the process, but I will as soon as I can. So for Chelsea, if they were gearing up to sell him or loan him out, they can't. If they were going to utilize him as part of the squad, they can't. And for him, you'd imagine there's a potential ban or a significant ban where your football career would be temporarily put to a halt. So we'll have to see how that develops. As I said, they've released a statement, as has Mudryk. Apparently, Victor Pereira has travelled to the UK after agreeing a Wolves deal. Some of you would have seen Wolves are gearing up to sign a new manager to replace Gary O'Neill. Apparently, they've agreed a compensation package with his Saudi club, Al Shabab people. As I said, Tottenham lose appeal against Rodrigo Bentancur's 7-game ban owing to the racist comments or racist teasing or whatever he said during an interview that kind of poked fun at Son Heung-min. So they've lost that. Ademola Lookman's been having quite the season and quite the period, people. He has won African Footballer of the Year. What a career he's having from Charlton all the way to the big leagues. Dele Alli is to start training with Como in January, which is owned, well, managed. It's definitely not owned. I think he has a slice in it, says Fabregas, but it's managed by Cesc Fabregas. It's a bit of a shame for Dele Alli. The 28-year-old still a free agent, considering what his career used to be to where he is now. It's in issues. And you also have Cunha has been charged with misconduct after an altercation with an Ipswich staff member. You would have seen he pulled off his glasses. Where Wolves are concerned, it's all cracking on and off the field, people, and they need a bit of stability in that regards, man. I wonder what is going to be the outcome of Mudryk's case. What does it mean for the Champions League or the Super League? What does it mean for the Champions League and club football if this Unity League takes heed, people? Let me know your thoughts. Always